Welcome back to Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. We're going to continue exactly where we left off last time.
Many years ago, I journeyed with the Maharaja of India to the island of Time, intending to claim its secrets. What we discovered was a barren, ruined place, its halls deserted, its gardens gone to sand. Strange tales adorned its walls, which spoke of an empress of time. But of this enigmatic creature, there was no trace. We returned to India with treasure nonetheless. A staff, a dagger, an empty hourglass covered in jewels, and books. Such secrets they contained. For even then I was an older man, and knew that my time would soon be at an end. The books showed me that life eternal was not beyond my reach, but it required the essence of the Empress herself. The power of the sun. You were gone. They were gone. Or so I thought. I turned my attention towards other pursuits, and left that dream behind. But then, 4 weeks ago, the dagger stirred, and showed me things. Whispered to me in my sleep. It drew me here, towards Babylon. Alas, the Maharaja did not share my vision, would not grant me leave. So I slew him and claimed his kingdom, his army for my own. Nothing would stand between me and my desire.
The first time I played this game, I didn't really pay attention to what he was saying or who it is. And then after I played the game a few times, I finally understood that that was the Vizier talking. And you know, with Kylina, you know, putting more focus into it, that you should listen. Double kill.
Recklessly, the prince drew his weapon and charged forward,
Yeah.
intending to rescue me.
The kitchen knife.
It was as if he had learned nothing from his past adventures.
Exactly.
Or perhaps he'd simply forgotten, made blind and deaf by fear and rage.
After what happened in Warrior Within, you would think that right now he'd be cool-headed, he'd be a lot more composed.
This is how it happened.
And he's acting like the same child that he was in Sands Within, without learning anything from Warrior Within. It's like the game was not canon at all. Like his personality changed. And you see all the bosses here. All 3 of them. 4.
The Vizier.
Ah, you must be the Prince of Persia. Come home at last. Too late, I'm afraid. I believe I have something of yours.
No! Kylina!
And then you have the Empress of Time herself. So powerful, shown clearly in Warrior Within. And used just to be killed in the story. Like, a lot of things in the Two Thrones were going to be better with the initial project, Kindred Blades, but it got scrapped because of the blind, stupid fanboys. And we got this. It pisses me off every time. Yet I still somewhat enjoy the game. But this is the weakest story-wise game in the trilogy. This game has the weakest story of all 3. Like, incredibly weak story. That makes you question the things that happened in the first and second game. It makes them null,
Father,
invalid.
done. Wherever you are.
Like, it fucks up the timeline. And I know that's what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's Prince of Persia, but it annoys me that they fucked up the story so bad. And after this game, Ubisoft just went downhill. They fucked up Prince of Persia, and now they're trying to fix it with the remake, and the remake looks incredibly bad. And it's just Ubisoft doing their usual bullshit again, so I am not surprised at all. I'm just disappointed. Really disappointed.
Shall I continue my story from here if you are called away?
That's my rant about this game. The Two Thrones is the weakest game of all three. Story and gameplay wise. I'm not gonna rank them because that's just personal opinion. But I would say universally this one is considered as the weakest one. At least that's what I've noticed throughout the years. Okay, that was dumb. Yeah, I know. He didn't jump at the moment I wanted him to jump, which kind of irritates me. Jump. I don't like it when my character doesn't listen to me. It doesn't do commands. And here we're gonna get, just in a moment, the shirtless prince have a few battles. Actually, it might be just one battle. Yep. I'm pretty sure you can make that jump. Yeah, I was just at the wrong angle. He was right there and he didn't get it.
Once more, the wheels of suffering are set in motion by my hand. In taking Kylina from the island of time, I've changed the course of history. Without the sands of time, I never journeyed to Azad, never killed the vizier. Now he lives again.
Yeah,
Driven
this
by the same mad desire. I promised no harm would come to her.
this game completely nullifies the sands of time. It's like the first game never happened.
I am being pushed deeper into the palace and further from my enemy.
There it is. This game's story is just bad overall.
What's happening?
The prince's personality is bad. He's a child. He's a simp over Farah. It's annoying
Everything had come full
to go through the story of this game
The
after
prince
you've
had
seen him
resurrected
once.
His greatest enemy. Worse, he had accidentally delivered me into the man's hands, unleashing a nightmare plague across Babylon. As if this was not enough, the prince had nearly been transformed by the sands himself. Though he had avoided death, he had not escaped entirely untouched.
Wake up, Prince. Wake up. Wake up.
And of course they had to keep the spirit of
Behind you is gone. So
the original game
from these sewers.
and have him shirtless,
Start
because
moving.
that's what we want to see playing video games, shirtless men.
Be careful. The planks are slick. Mind your balance.
It is what it is though. Fuck it. There are a lot of things that irritate me, but
Good, good. Head down.
they never push me so hard that I start ranting about it.
Oh, they do not seem to like the light.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molten by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. And by then, there was nothing to me but blind. Just a small passage I've memorized from Tom Hardy's, I would say, pretty good performance of Bane. At least to me. I liked it. Get down. Get down. Faster. Oh yeah. I hate seeing games with great potential get ruined by idiotic companies. It eats me alive. This is not the first time that a game with a lot of potential got fucked over by a company's greed. And it's probably not gonna be the last time. I almost didn't make that. And this is where I become the Dark Prince for the first time. Also, the Dark Prince himself, the way he looks, it's pretty bad.
Sand monster?
Call it what you want. You've been given the ability to destroy your enemies. Now use it.
What benefit is this? Even as I fight them, I grow weaker.
Kill them then. Let their lives replenish yours. Feels good. Lead them into to the light! Strike while they are blind!
I'm not sure if you can skip some of the fights. Just die already.
I assume this is not permanent?
It is, if you want it to be.
I do not.
But you
Yeah, the dark print sections are not that hard and not that bad. I think they should stop coming out now.
Why then is this happening to me?
You have been infected by the sands of time.
Can we go?
As I am sure you have noticed. Maybe it's the dagger. Maybe it's all the time you spent amongst the sands. Or amongst the Empress. Either way, you are resisting it. Mostly.
Mostly?
You did just transform into something rather unique. So I think the word is quite appropriate.
Oops.
Think of it this way. You have been given a gift. You're stronger, faster.
Uglier.
Now.
That explains the transformation. But who are you?
Have you not realized? I am your untapped potential, your unrealized dreams. I am part of you.
You inside me?
More or less. And then of course by touching water you transform back because water was deadly to the Haka, who was, you know, the guardian and all that, so it makes sense, you know? But at the end of the day, the story still sucks. Dark Prince sucks. The way they implemented Kylina after all the trouble we went through the second game.
Why did you hide this from me?
What? And ruin all the fun?
We don't have to fight these fuckers. Come here, bitch. You can if you want to. I don't plan to. Whoops. And this is where we get our first life upgrade. You don't have to fight them. They don't give you anything, so it's not worth it. I wouldn't. And this time they made the path to the life upgrades all of them really fucking long. And then you get into it, then you have to go all the traps. It's annoying. It's really annoying. In Warrior Within, it was never like that. And there's our first life upgrade. Pretty straightforward. There's 6 overall. If you care. I'll try to get all of them just because you need health in this game. As much as you can take. You're gonna need it. No matter what difficulty you're playing. Trust me. I'm pretty sure it's possible to beat the game with the basic health bar, but it's gonna be annoying. You'd have to be pretty good with your fights when it comes to blocks, counters, use of weapons, and all that. I forget their pattern, so I'm gonna stand back, and at this point you don't jump. You need yeah. There it is. I fought him as a kid because I never got the timing right on
When the prince was struck by the sands of time,
on the
something
speed
was
kills.
broken within. Something strange and cunning, something dark. The 7 years spent on the run had embittered the prince and made him hard. This burden sustained his other half, gave it strength. The prince was tempted to do as it said, for it was a light in the darkness, offering comfort and guidance to man who had just lost. But what were its intentions? Why did it help him? Only time will tell.
What I'm
Would
gonna
you
do?
like to hear more?
Yes, but first, like the effects, the music, to not be louder than the voices themselves. 'Cause
Let's see.
some people might want to hear the story.
Where was I?
This is where you're gonna end it when we watch the cutscene.
Babylon. It's so far away. As a child, Father would tell me stories
Pay
about...
attention. Something's happening down there.
Is that... It's the Vizier! He has been completely transformed.
Interesting. He has used the power of the sands to transform his army. And these artifacts will allow him to transport them across the city with ease. He appears to be in complete control. Things do not look too good for you at the moment.
I will not let the Vizier have Babylon. My city. My throne!
Yes.
He has
Gonna
used
have
that beam as a gate. We will follow...
Should I
a quick
continue
save.
here when you return?
Yes, as I was saying, or I was going to say, the Vizier is completely fucked over in the story. Like, there's no point of him being there. He transformed and he did nothing. He kills your dad, kills Kylina, transforms, and then he does nothing. And he's the final boss, and he's as anticlimactic as the final boss as he was in the Sands of Time. So I guess they kept it as a tradition.
I am through it.
But the Vizier is as useless here as he was in the Sands of Time. But actually, as a character in the Sands of Time, he was more interesting. And he did more behind the scenes than he does in this game. Completely devoid of personality. One of the many problems of this game. But that's gonna be it for today. I don't want to continue this rant. It lights a fire inside of me that I don't want to really start. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with new videos. And if you enjoyed and you want to support me in any way, you can join and become a member. Click the join button. You don't have to. Really? You would do that right now. Okay. With all that said, hope I catch you all in the next video.